Welcome back to another round of Quinte Connection. Thanks so much for joining us again as spring is here and there's lots of activities we're keeping an eye on. Shortly on the show, we'll have more from the St. John Ambulance Therapy Dog Program, a bit more from the RCF women's hockey team. But first, joining us from downtown Belleville is Joel George, the owner and operator of DedEye Axe Throwing. So Joel, thanks so much for taking the time.
Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
So how long have you been in business with axe throwing, and talk to us about the sport?
I'd say that I've been a coach and in the axe throwing business for about 5 years now. DedEye's been open downtown here for about a year and a half. We had a bit of a hiccup with the last few years of things that have been going on, but we were able to finally have a grand opening, and we've been able to maintain and grow our community, and it's been a ton of fun doing it. A big challenge to sort of kickstart everything in the current climate, but it's growing and people are loving it, and we're having a great time doing it. So.
Why did you want to put an axe throwing business in downtown Belleville? What kind of sparked the idea for you? Because we haven't heard a whole lot about this other than you guys come into town.
Yeah, so DedEye Axe Throwing, we sort of are a hub for the sport of axe throwing. So it's not so much just like something fun to come out and try, even though it is, and it's a great night to have out. We really want to build a community through this and engage people with the sport of axe throwing. So we run leagues here that people can come and participate for a couple hours a night. One night a week. Each league has their own sort of time, and it's the same group that come out. So we're really building a community through our league participation. But we also run tournaments here, and we also are affiliated with the International Axe Throwing Federation, and so we run qualifiers here as well. So we plug people into the greater sport of axe throwing. So if you might see behind me here, we have a pro shop. We got some axes for sale, and people that want to get into the sport. We have our coaches here that are able to train anybody to get involved and to give it a try. We run a youth league for ages 12 to 17. We run men's league, women's league. It really is just a great time to get out on a regular basis. A really fun group to be a part of. Each league has its own culture, and different groups jive in different ways, and it's just a really great way to get out and meet people or bring the people that you love and have a really great time together.
So Joel, how competitive is it? How far can people go in the sport of axe throwing?
Well, axe throwing is now an international sport, internationally recognized. So there's two governing bodies, the IATF and the WATL. We're with the IATF, and it really is worldwide competition. So if people run with a league here and they perform really well, they can get an invitation to participate in the international championships. The top throwers end up walking away with some money and the recognition and clout. And at the very least, it's a really exciting weekend to be a part of. Happens in June usually. So this year it's in Toronto again, and we have two throwers representing our club going to the international championship.
Nice. So when is that championship, Joel?
That's going to happen in June 10th and 11th, I believe.
Okay, so coming up pretty quick. So with the axes themselves, Joel, how precise is it? How does it work with axes? Talk to us about the sustainability component too that you guys are doing.
Sure. So there's, I guess, a couple things to say about the axes. There's a lot of different types and styles. I actually just so happen to have a couple samples here. Like I said, we have our pro shop here. There's about a dozen different types of axes, but this is the one that I like to throw. It's the Cold Steel Axe Gang. It's got nice sharp points and edges. This is about a pound. The weight ratio has to be about 1.5 pounds to 2.5 pounds. So they're not heavy, they're not big, they're not unwieldy. It's actually pretty easy to learn how to throw them, and the real trick is getting good at it and performing well under the pressure of competition. So that's really the trick to it. The different types and styles range. There's this one's called a Flying Fox. So it's got a different shape of a head to it. The head's a bit denser. This is more of a custom, so the handle's a nice wood burnt. Some people invest a lot of money into getting custom axes and doing that design work. Some people get really into creating. And then also when it's a tie, we use the big axes for the tiebreakers. It's like a sudden death, one throw to see who scores higher with one throw with the big axes, and it just adds another whole element to it. You can get familiar and comfortable with one type of axe, or you can switch out, throw bullseyes with one type of axe, use a different kind of axe for throwing the clutches, which are like the extra points up top. So it just each axe has a different feel to it, and a lot of people just decide to use a different axe for different things they want to do with it. So Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It gets really in-depth and competitive, and yeah, you can sort of get as deep into it as you want.
Neat, Joel. So what has the response been like in downtown Belleville with this, especially as we hopefully slowly start to come out of the pandemic?
Yeah, as we grow, it's been really good and really warm. Like there are some people that have had been familiar with axe throwing. I myself had been out to the city at least a half a dozen times just to go axe throwing, so I was very familiar with it before even considering opening up. But the league play is really where the value lies. It's an affordable pastime to get into. Our league seasons is like 8 weeks for $130 plus HST. So it's really affordable. You don't have to have your own axe for it either. So it's really easy for someone to start and get plugged into it. But once you're in, like we have people that are really passionate about it and invest in their own axes and come out to like all the different things they can. Some people throwing in multiple leagues. Like it's been a really good community to again continue to build. And the people are having such a good time, not only just here but like with each other. The men's league, I'll go out for beers afterwards at the at the brewery and stuff like that. So it's been a really good reception, and I certainly look forward to growing it more.
Yeah. So what are your hours these days, and where can people find more information?
Sure. So we typically run Youth League Mondays. So tonight we actually have a tournament and pizza party for the Youth League, which is ages 12 to 17. That runs Monday evenings. We've got league practice on Tuesday nights. Women's League Wednesdays, Men's League Thursdays, and then we're generally open to the public to either book spots or come in and try it just as a drop-in on Friday evening, 6 to 10 p.m., and Saturdays from 1 to 10 p.m. We also run a mixed league on Sunday afternoons too. Find all that information and registration at DedEye.net. And yeah, we host all of our information on our website and our social medias with Facebook and Instagram.
Nice. Well, as we get closer to summer, Joel, are you and the team thinking about some summer camps or some summer programming? What's the situation around that?
Typically in the summertime, we like to get outdoors a little bit more. So we have generally a mobile range that we take out to different venues, different festivals. So we really the real joy is in getting an axe into someone's hand and letting them throw it. That's really how I guess the experience gets shared best. We can set up a table and pass out flyers and talk about it as much as we want, but really, once you get that axe in somebody's hand, that's really when they light up and get excited. So our tagline here is "Release your inner badass," because it's a very cathartic thing to be able to throw an axe and feel when you succeed. It hits differently. So we love sharing that experience with people.
Thanks. Once again, Joel George from just down the road here in downtown Belleville, Axe Throwing, DedEye Axe Throwing. Joel, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for having me.